We always find big disasters start with little problems. In the case of these two, it was a belief-approving conflict, which resulted for this young man called Ken to lose his meaty baguette to some lewd grandma ghost, and for this young miss called Momo to almost lose her virginity to some straight banana organ seeker aliens. It all started with Momo confronting her delinquent boyfriend. The loser wants to take their relationship to the next level, but with the condition that Momo will pay for the love hotel. This guy went beyond gender equality by millions of light years. After having enough of his bad behavior, she uses the only Bruce Lee's move she learned. But the guy is a devotee gender equality activist, so her technique backfired, and they ended breaking up. Momo discusses this development with her freaky friends afterward, especially the makeup panda face girl. What exactly is she aiming to do with this makeup? We don't know. Apparently she likes masculine men like the famous Ken Takakura. That's why she is dating many guys and a chance to find someone like him, despite she knows it's a personality very hard to find nowadays, according to her worldview off course. She leaves class and goes for a walk in the hallway. Then she comes upon a class where she sees several bullies picking on our male protagonist, Ken, aka Okarun. She notices that they going too far with the bullying, and she intervenes before he gets hurt. She grabs Okarun's book and starts flipping through the pages in front of the bullies, which made them stop. Once they stopped, she found Okarun's book uninteresting and leaves the class. Later, Okarun confronts her in the hallway, stating that the girl is in deep love. She thinks that he is a loser idiot who now thinks that she has fallen for his otaku vibes, and now she is regretting helping him. He doesn't give up and states again that she is in love, but with the occult. Now, after Momo knows why this guy was bullied, he keeps going on and on about alien stuff until her boiler explodes, yelling at him and telling his she doesn't believe in these stupid UFO stuff. And that is why he is a loser who doesn't have any friends at all and throws his book on the floor. Despite he was annoying, but I really felt bad for Okarun. Before she goes up the stairs, she reconsiders her choice of words and picks the book from the floor, apologizing to the poor Okarun. She tries comforting him by telling him that despite not believing in aliens, she believes in ghosts and spirits. He doesn't waste a moment telling her how stupid it is to believe in some supernatural stuff like ghosts, which does not even exist. That's just big words coming from him. Momo didn't take it easy at all because her grandma is a spirit medium, and they start growling and roaring at each other, grabbing the attention of her friends, making them think that she now will settle with anyone. Even the alien freak Okarun is okay for her as a boyfriend. Momo challenged Okarun to a bet. If she proves to him that the ghosts exist, he will be serving her as a gopher, and in response to her challenge, she will be serving him as a gopher if he proved to her the existence of UFOs and UAPs. They both accept the terms, and later at night, Momo goes to an abandoned scary hospital while she is on the phone talking to Okarun. He tells her about this hospital, and that it's known to be an alien hotspot, where they kidnap people and do some funny, creepy experiments on them, before erasing their memory of the recent events. She makes fun of him because he doesn't have any proof of what he claims. He only read it in magazines. On the other end, Okarun just arrived to the most notorious ghost hotspot known in the internet, an abandoned, dark, and scary tunnel that have a sign with the word "keep out" written on it. But he enters despite the warnings. Moreover, she reveals she hasn't seen a ghost before, and it's all from the internet. This angers Okarun because of the attitude she gave him earlier, making fun of him for believing in aliens without seeing one himself. She tells him that she values her grandma a lot because she doesn't have parents and shares details about her childhood. She says that her grandma made her perform a good luck ritual while walking to school daily. The ritual looked like a stupid pose to the other boys, and they teased her about her actions. Momo was okay being teased by the other boys until the boy she was in love with teased her about it. This made her say harsh things to her grandma about the ritual, but deep down she knew that she was angry of the boys not for teasing her, but making fun of her grandma's work, and she had always loved her because she was the only family member around her, and also loved her work as a spirit medium because it was unique, and this is why she believes in ghosts. She then asks Okarun why he believes in aliens, but he was dead silent. The boy just saw some interesting bloody footprints. Then he turns back to see the most lewd ghost of an old lady asking him some plus 18 stuff.
I'll let you suckle my teats, boy, if you let me gobble your dung.
Okarun sprints to the end of the tunnel and notices that the tunnel entrance is getting further and further. Momo warns him not to lose to Turbo Granny in a race, or else she will curse and possess him, and this is what really happened next. The phone call ends, and now Momo is confused about what happened to Okarun, but her confusion turns into an adrenaline rush when she notices 3 strange figures in front of her. Like Okarun, she runs, but gets caught by the aliens ripping off her clothes. She wakes up strapped to a chair while in her underwear and surrounded by the 3 men. One of them tells her that they're support Oyans, or Serpos who come from the planet Serpo. She absolutely doesn't care, and wants the freaking Serpos to free her. They tell her that their planet only consists of males and they must use clown technology to reproduce.
What the hell?
And to attain proper reproduction capabilities, they need humans' banana organs. They tell her that they will make alien love to her using their freaky-looking drilling banana organ. After that, they will just extract Momo's banana organ from her body for research purposes, and then she will be safe and sound. It's a very easy procedure. Momo doesn't want to lose her virginity to some freaking aliens, and she is only keeping it for the Ken Takakura type of guy she is waiting for to meet. Girl, forget about your virginity now. They will take your reproductive organ and will have schmicks with you using their scary-looking bananas. The problem here is bigger than your virginity. The Serpos use their psychokinesis powers to arouse Momo, but before the video turns into some disgusting plus 18 show, Momo's phone rings. One of them investigates and boom! Okarun just pops out of the phone, biting off the Serpo's banana organ and sends him flying towards the wall. All of this is a result of Okarun being cursed and possessed by Turbo Granny. While Okarun is telling Momo that he saw a ghost and now he is possessed by it, Turbo Granny takes over him and shows her intention to gobble up all their baguettes. The Serpos aren't thrilled about Okarun's intrusion. They demand him to leave or hand over his precious banana. He refuses. And then the grand banana theft auto starts, and Okarun just gobbles up the second Serpo's banana. He was going for the third banana, but the last Serpo alien succeeds in pining him down on the wall after accusing him of banana theft. Okarun gets a bit emotional there and says that from young age he wanted to see aliens so bad, thinking they would be his only friends who understands him as everyone else is making fun of him and bullying him for believing in aliens. But after meeting Momo, he can't just let them hurt her because she is the first human to stand up for him in his life. He tries to overpower the Serpo's psychokinesis powers, but fails miserably, and the Serpo tells him they don't befriend violent humans like him, and they are straight Serpos who only want female humans. The Serpo uses his powers again on Momo to rouse her. Then she remembers a flashback. In it, Momo's grandma tells her how to let her chi out. Suddenly, Momo's dormant psychic powers awaken, making her and everyone shocked. The Serpo finds his powers are ineffective against her abilities, and Momo confirms that her grandma is a real spirit medium. She uses the Bruce Lee kick she used before on her loser ex-boyfriend, and this time she send the Serpo flying into the wall, which reveals that they were inside the Serpo's UFO the entire time. Okarun attacks Momo, biting into her arm, and she uses her powers to free him from Turbo Granny's control. But Turbo Granny tells her that she possesses Okarun's meaty baguette, and he can't be freed until he gets it back. She invites Momo and Okarun to her tunnel if they want his banana back. The UFO crashes through the hospital and lands on a highway, and they succeed escaping it. They both believe in the other's superstitions now, or actually they have evidence and experience now. Momo tells Okarun that she must use her powers to prevent him from losing control of himself. Moment by moment, she tells him that he needs to beat Turbo Granny so that the curse can be lifted. He thanks her for everything and blames himself for dragging her into this mess, and takes off his clothes so Momo can wear them in her way home, while he will go to settle things with Turbo Granny somehow to lift his curse. Momo refuses to let him go alone and gives him the uniform he took off, but he asks her to put on some cloth because it's awkward for him, and he recites a line that made Momo's heart skip a beat, as it's a line that the famous Ken Takakura said before. She asks him about his name as she really don't know it all this time, and to her surprise he says his name is Ken Takakura. Hearing the name shocked her, and her shock was powerful enough that it made the UFO goes boom! Momo didn't believe him, but Ken kept insisting that was really his name. When she covered her ears out of sensitivity, acting like a dying chicken, the curse from Turbo Granny inside him started acting up again. Suddenly, Ken got possessed, turned creepy, and demanded that Momo feed him her meaty banana. Without hesitation, she hurled him across the field with her psychic powers, slamming him to the rocks and calming the curse. She decided they needed some strict rules, like a married couple's maybe. Rule 1, he was never allowed to say his special name again in front of her. She would just call him Okarun. Being a loser, he blushed and she teased him. He tried to ventilate his stress out and it came out as a fart so loud it rattled the air. Momo screamed, calling him disgusting. The sun had already risen before they reached the cave, which meant Turbo Granny wouldn't appear. Momo told Okarun to follow her home, saying he looked scarier than any ghost in those clothes. At her house, Momo warned him about her grandma, but the moment Okarun stepped past the gate, he burst into flames like a festival bonfire. Momo saved him by tossing him into the water canal. That's when she noticed a talisman on the gate meant to ward off evil. Since Okarun was cursed, he couldn't cross. She removed it and warned him she'd throw him back in if he caught fire again. This time, he entered safely, though he said he felt tingly. Momo laughed, saying his hair made him look like a grandma. Inside, she called for her grandma but found no one. She brought Okarun to her room and told him to wait outside. As she changed, the curse activated again, and Okarun barged in. Momo suppressed it and yelled at him to turn around. Once dressed, she handed him clothes, but not exactly guy stuff, but good enough. Then she casually asked if his meaty baguette was missing, because that is what Turbo Granny said to her. Okarun checked and confirmed his long Excalibur is gone. Momo joked about checking for herself, but Okarun refused. Maybe she expected to see a hole in the middle, but the problem is how he will go to the toilet. She kept teasing, and he snapped, saying he wasn't showing her anything. Okarun blamed her for dragging him into this mess, but Momo reminded him that he came to her first. He admitted he just wanted someone to talk to. It felt good to finally have a friend, but he felt their worlds were too different. He apologized, saying that once this was over, she could pretend he didn't exist. Momo got annoyed because he always assumed things and pushed people away, which was why he was alone. She promised not to ignore him and said they'd talk about ghost stuff together. Okarun got super emotional and teared up. When she disturbed his emotional roller coaster, asking him to say something, he blurted out that she was an ugly hag and rude.
Ha! Got him!
Momo started yelling while grabbing him like she will hang him from the ceiling, just as the doorbell rang. Okarun thought it was her grandma, but she said it was the spirit bell. Momo realized a ghost had entered because she had removed the talisman. She decided to put it back, knowing it would burn the spirit like it burned Okarun. Hearing this, he panicked, so she told him to go outside the gate. They snuck out the back. The sky turned dark, and a wall surrounded the house. They tried to find an exit, but the blood started dripping from their noses. While realizing it's the work of the black smoke which is filling the air, a giant monster appeared, which was the cause of the smoke. It accused them of breaking a promise and demanded their banana. Momo thought it was a ghost and got confused over Okarun having double MEATY Excalibur, but Okarun confirms he is a normal one Excalibur guy, and identified the creature as the Flatwoods monster, which is an alien. He said ghosts and aliens might be connected. If they didn't act fast, the smoke would kill them. They run and try to hide, and Momo couldn't use her powers while suppressing the curse. Okarun told her he will fight the alien, and asked her to try releasing the physical limiter so his mind would stay stable, and she agreed. The curse activated and transformed Okarun. He gained super abilities. He is fast, strong, and calm. He saved Momo from a blast but gained a depressed and unmotivated personality to the extreme, making Momo kick his family jewels.
Why are you talking like that? Stop it!
Yeah, sorry. I'm an awkward guy, yo.
Don't ever say that line again, you hear?
I don't know why I'm alive. I'd be better off dead, yo.
Stop talking like that! It's pissing me off!
The alien attacks him and he succeeds in hurting it, but soon his body couldn't handle the speed and power and started breaking down as the curse was too much on his body. Momo noticed the alien fought like a sumo wrestler, and knowing the rules, she knew if its hands touched the ground, they could win. After knowing that Okarun only has one last chance using the curse powers, they launched a combined attack, and Okarun broke its leg, while Momo knocked it down with her psycho powers. The hand that touched the ground disappeared, but it cheated by regenerating 2 extra legs, preventing itself from falling on the ground. The alien slammed Momo into a wall with a powerful punch, but even while taking hits, she kept the curse in check, and Okarun begged her to release it. After punching the hell out of her, Momo saw the alien had punched through the wall, making a deep hole in it. Taking the chance of what just happened, she pulled Okarun out and slapped the talisman back in place, and the alien burned away, returning peace to its original state. They took their breath, and even Momo made fun of Okarun's new hairstyle, but suddenly Momo felt dizzy and she fainted, and Okarun's curse broke loose once again. Meanwhile, during a live TV show, Momo's grandma Seiko works as a psychic under the name Santa Dodoria, who tried to read a celebrity's fortune, but he kept interrupting and correcting her. After the awkward session, she got into a taxi, but quickly changed her mind and decided to walk home and told the taxi driver to leave if he wants to live for another day, as she felt dangerous and evil spiritual aura in the area. She just arrives when the evil spirit Turbo Granny was about to gobble up Momo's banana and threw a brick with a nail and a symbol on it. Turbo Granny caught caught fire and tried to fight using her speed, but every time she got close, she burst into flames again. Momo's grandma explained that she had set up a spiritual barrier using a drawn circle and a nail, which will burn her if she tried getting out of it. The hot grandma took the pleasure of hitting Turbo Granny with a bat to finish her. Turbo Granny warned her that if she died, Okarun would die too, but the hot grandma didn't stop. She drew a second circle and erased the first one, burning Turbo Granny once again. Momo later woke up in her bed and saw her grandma laying down and having some fun watching TV, like every old woman would do. She asked her about Okarun, worried that his curse might still cause trouble, but her grandma calmly said she had already handled it. Momo was surprised and asked questions, but her grandma brought up the time Momo called her fake. To make her talk, Momo bowed down and apologized to her grandma, and her grandma told her to check the main shrine outside. Momo left telling her grandma, "Crazy old hag," as if she didn't apologize a moment ago. She hurled to the shrine, worrying if he is okay or not. She slams the door open only to find Okarun safe and smiling, while burying his face in a delicious rice ball. Feeling that she cared for his well-being for nothing, she slammed the door shut on him after hearing the first sound of him calling her name and leaving his loser rice-filled face confused. Her grandma explained that the curse was now sealed and admitted she had lied about Okarun dying just to make Momo care. She then asked if Momo liked him, but Momo quickly denied it. Momo told her grandma about her new psychic powers and Okarun's curse. She also told her about the aliens, but her grandma would believe as Santa Claus more than the aliens and UFOs. Her grandma warned her not to mess with Turbo Granny, who had become even stronger after merging with another place-bound spirit. She even tried going to the tunnel before, but couldn't dare enter it. And there is no spirit medium who can fight a place-bound spirit ever. She advised Momo to not get caught in it, and saving the poor Okarun is a lost cause. Momo stayed determined, thinking that helping Okarun was the right thing to do, especially if her favorite character Ken, which she likes, were in her place, he would have done the same. Her grandma teased her again after hearing her say she loved Ken and told Okarun that she is confessing her love to him, which annoyed Momo because the meant the actor Ken. The hot grandma had an idea to beat Turbo Granny. She told Momo to challenge her to a tag-like game, knowing that Turbo Granny have confidence in her speed, she will surely accept it. Momo didn't like the race idea with her feeble legs and asked her grandma to come and help them with her talismans to defeat Turbo Granny. She responds that it's useless because she takes her powers from the gods of the city, and outside their borders she is just a normal hot granny. She adds that they need to get Turbo Granny out of the city, not just the tunnel, in order to weaken her. Now all they need is to train and prepare themselves for the battle. Okarun, feeling weak after the fight with the Flatwoods monster, promised to get stronger. Momo comforted him and prepared a futon with barley tea. Meanwhile, her grandma saw a news report showing her earlier prediction had been correct and caused a scandal to the celebrity. During training, Momo noticed Okarun needed to use the bathroom, but didn't want to leave in case the curse got worse. She stayed close to keep it under control. She tried to connect with his aura using her powers without relying on her vision, but things got harder as Turbo Granny started taking over. All of this while Okarun's tank is about to burst. He rushed to the bathroom, and Momo tried preventing him from using their bathroom, while her grandma took it as a chance to race him. They end up watching over him while he takes a dump to keep the curse under control, while Okarun is regretting his life choices, which led him to his current state. While Momo worked to control the curse, her grandma said Momo's powers were still growing and she needs to train to make it stronger. Suddenly, her grandma's nose and ear started bleeding, and she checks on Okarun to find Turbo Granny in the bathroom, speaking through him. The spirit warned that her curse could kill anyone Okarun had looked at, including her grandma, and dared Momo to meet her in the tunnel this night. After she left, Okarun was bleeding along with Momo's grandma. The old lady noticed the talisman on the wall is mostly burnt, and asked Momo to tell her what just happened. Before they went to the tunnel, Momo's grandma gave them both special clothes to protect them. She hugged Momo and wished her well. On the train ride, Momo felt full of anger and ready to fight, especially after hurting her loved old lady. Okarun, on the other hand, hid his face, feeling embarrassed to wear the outfit in public, and Momo wore of her cloth before going to the tunnel, to fight in full elegance. Momo and Okarun walked carefully into Turbo Granny's tunnel, hiding behind each other and ready to face her again. Momo felt sure this fight would be easier than their last one with the Flatwoods monster, but their hope quickly disappeared when they saw Turbo Granny's huge head blocking both ends of the tunnel. Momo attacked with her psychic bats, but Turbo Granny crushed them with her strange, mouth-like eyes. In a panic, Momo told Okarun to use the curse's power. Instead, Turbo Granny was smarter by giving him his stolen MEATY Excalibur back, taking away his powers. As she moved in to eat them, Momo remembered her hot old lady's advice to challenge Turbo Granny to a game of tag because she was proud of her speed. Momo dared her, and Turbo Granny agreed under the condition to count for 10 minutes. They took the chance and tried to run, but Turbo Granny cheated and counted random numbers to 10 too fast. Like 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and then 10 minutes. She caught Momo right away. Okarun shouted at her, accusing her of breaking the rules, but she said there was no rule about how to count. With no plan, Okarun had to do the most absurd and crazy thing he could do. He jumped at her, biting and suckling down on her granny milkers.
Nice.
Angry about suckling on her granny milkers without permission, she tried to get him of, but the sorcerer outfit he is wearing is making her weak. To overcome it, she had to possess his body and went to eat Momo first. But Momo used her strong sense of touch to trap the spirit inside Okarun. Turbo Granny broke the barrier, trying to stop her, but instead let Momo go. Just as they were catching their breath, thinking they got Turbo Granny in their hands, a new enemy appeared, the Earthbound Spirit Crab, who came to help Turbo Granny. Now the two were being chased through town. Okarun, using Turbo Granny's speed, carried Momo while running away from the giant crab. No one around them could see what was really happening, and Okarun started to get tired. Momo told him to lead the crab to a hot spring building, guessing that his big body can't chase them inside the buildings, but she was mistaken. She breaks the hot water pipes on top of the crab using her psychic powers, knowing that it would slow it down, making it weaker. But their break didn't last. Soon they were surrounded by people who were now possessed by cemetery spirits. Turbo Granny and the crab had called them in to trap Momo and Okarun, and Turbo Granny said they would never escape Shono City. Outnumbered, Okarun ran fast through the crowd with Momo, but it hurt. They cut their way out to get out of the city. After jumping high up in the sky, Momo notices the train and had a good idea. While in the air, Okarun loses his stamina and power, and Momo had to spread his psychic hands like wings, while Okarun mustered his powers again to land safely. Momo accidentally released Turbo Granny again, and the spirit knocked Okarun out. Then she joined with the crab for one final attack. Momo grabbed onto the passing train using her powers and escaped just in time. Turbo Granny followed, but as the train slowed on curves, she reached the train. She thought now she can finish Momo, but then realized it was a trap as Momo grabbed her and preventing her from escaping. Momo explained that her grandmother had placed a seal on the tracks that led to Kamikoshi City. Turbo Granny tried to defuse herself from the crab, but couldn't do it in time and got burned. The place-bound spirit was caught by the seal and exorcised right there. During the exorcism, the spirits of several schoolgirls came out of the crab. Later, Momo, Okarun, and her grandmother went back to the tunnel to pay their respects. The grandmother said the tunnel had once been the site of terrible crimes, where many young girls the age of Momo were raped and mercilessly unalived. Turbo Granny had stayed there to comfort their spirits. She reminded Momo that the living and the dead had to live together by rules. Each side must respect the rules and boundaries of the other, and said she was glad her granddaughter was safe. That evening, Okarun had dinner with Momo and her grandmother as they were fighting for the best parts of crap meat. But he felt awkward when the old crazy lady insisted on checking if his Excalibur is back in its sheath or not. Subscribe now and stay tuned for the continuation to find out what will Okarun and Momo do later. And thanks for watching.